Sir Cosmo, were you a passenger on board the Titanic on this voyage?
Yes.
On the night of the disaster, were you asleep at the time of the collision?
Yes.
What woke you?
My wife woke me.
Was that about 11:45?
I think so.
Just after the impact with the iceberg?
Yes.
Did you get up?
Not at first.
Did you hear that there had been a collision with an iceberg?
No, sir. As soon as I got up, I went out on the deck, and there saw 2 or 3 men who said we were supposed to have run into an iceberg, but it was all right. I went the other side and could see nothing.
Had you heard at that time what the captain's orders were?
No, sir.
Did the steward come to the cabin and tell you anything?
The steward came and said, "The captain's orders are that the ladies are to put on life belts."
Did you see lifeboats being lowered?
Yes. When we got up, one was being either filled or lowered, the furthest aft of those 3, pointing on the model. We came out of the gymnasium door.
That is boat number. Sill?
Yes, I suppose so.
You mean the third one from the emergency boat in front?
Yes.
Did you see whether there were men or women in that boat?
They were only putting women in.
You saw it being lowered.
I think it was just being filled as we got there, and it was lowered almost immediately.
With women and, I suppose, some crew.
Very few.
Did you see any other lifeboat lowered?
I saw 2 other lifeboats lowered.
Did you see how many women and children were in the boat?
No, I did not.
What were your wife and Miss Francatelli doing during this time?
They were standing with me. They had refused to go.
Did anybody attempt to force your wife to one of the lifeboats?
Yes. Some men got hold of her and tried to pull her away.
I suppose that there was room for more passengers in that boat?
There would have been more room if the oars and masts had been thrown away.
I do not quite understand what you mean by that. You suggest there was not room for more people.
Of course, there was room for more people, but we should have had to put away the oars and mast and sail, I think, and some boat hooks, and a lot of things that were lying alongside of us. There was only room for 2 on each side.
Can you give us any explanation why it was that this boat was lowered away with so few people in it, when there were so many people left on the ship, which was in danger?
There were no people visible, I am quite sure of that, when I got into the boat.
According to the account we have had, it was certainly somewhere about that time, whatever the distance was, that the Titanic went down.
Yes.
Did you hear the cries?
Yes. I heard the explosion first, and I heard, I will not say the cries, but a wail, one confused sound.
We do not want unnecessarily to prolong the discussion of it, but they were the cries of people who were drowning.
Yes.
There is no doubt about that?
Yes, I think so, without doubt.
And did you hear a suggestion made that you should go back, that your boat should go back to the place whence the cries came?
No, I did not.
Do you mean that you never heard that at all?
I heard no suggestion of going back.
Was any notice taken of those cries in your boat?
I think the men began to row away again immediately.
We have heard from 2 witnesses that a suggestion was made that your boat should go back to try to save some of the people?
Yes.
What do you say about that?
I can only say I did not hear any suggestion. That is all I can say.
I must ask you about the money. Had you made any promise of a present to the men in the boat?
Yes, I did.
Will you tell us about that?
I will. If I may, I will tell you what happened.
Yes?
There was a man sitting next to me, and of course, in the dark, I could see nothing of him. I never did see him, and I do not know yet who he is. I suppose it would be some time when they rested on their oars, 20 minutes or half an hour after the Titanic had sunk. A man said to me, I suppose you have lost everything. And I said, Of course. He says, But you can get some more. And I said, Yes. Well, he said, we have lost all our kit, and the company won't give us any more. And what is more, our pay stops from tonight. All they will do is to send us back to London. So I said to them, You fellows need not worry about that. I will give you a $5 each to start a new kit. That is the whole of that £5 note story.
That was in the boat.
In the boat. I said it to one of them, and I do not know yet which.
And when you got on the Carpathia?
When I got on the Carpathia, there was a little hitch in getting one of the men up the ladder, and I saw Hendrickson. It was Hendrickson that I saw distinctly when he brought my coat, which I had thrown in the bottom of the boat. He brought it up after me, and I asked him to get the men's names, and that list, in my belief, is his writing. It is merely a list of the names, and I think it is in Hendrickson's writing.
Did you know either of the other 2 male passengers?
No, I did not know them, not till the next day.
They were Americans?
Yes.
Did you say anything to the captain of the Carpathia of your intention to give that money to the men?
Yes. I went to see him one afternoon and told him I had promised the crew of my boat a £5 note each, and he said, It is quite unnecessary. I laughed and said, I promised it, so I have got to give it them.